Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to the sacred space. If you have not already met me, I'm Marta the Medium, the host of the How to Be a Psychic Medium virtual retreat for spiritual seekers. And I'm so deeply honored to be here with you. Thank you to all again of you who have shown up for this journey, those watching live, and those catching the replay, and those who are co-creating that conference and speak during this summit. Today, I want to share something that lives very close to my heart, and I thought it will be relevant because I know we do have many psychic mediums, light workers watching, participating in the conference, but we also have many people who are completely new to the idea that you can communicate with your loved ones, angels, spirit guides. So, I am going to talk a little bit about how spirit communicates with us. Because spirit doesn't only speak through mediums. Spirit speaks to everyone. Our loved ones, your loved ones who have crossed over, our angels and our guides, they all have their own way of saying, I am here, I love you, I have not gone anywhere. And spirit speaks in a personal language through smell, through sound, through subtle synchronicities, through that deep inner knowing that lives within us. You might also hear them in your own mind or externally. So, for example, my mom often lets me know she's around by playing Tina Turner songs. She loved Tina Turner, and when I'm feeling unsure about to do something big or she wants to communicate with me, those songs just appear on the radio, on my playlist, sometimes even hijacking my speaker to switch the song. Then my grandmother, one of my grandmothers in spirit, she connects through scent. I remember celebrating my birthday in a club last year. Out of nowhere, I smelled the specific detergent she used to preserve her fur coat. It was unmistakable. There was no one around wearing that scent, and just seconds later, a woman I'd never met approached me, gifted me a bottle of wine, and said, Celebrate, you deserve it, happy birthday. And that was her, my grandmother. There was no doubt in my heart. She found her own way to communicate and wish me happy birthday. Spirit also connects through touch, through memory, through impressions. You might be walking down the street and suddenly see someone who looks exactly like your loved one, just for a moment, and then they're gone. That's too is them reaching across the veil. And then numbers, repeating numbers, registration plates, receipts, oven clocks. Oh yeah, the oven clock. Spirit will use anything to get your attention. And please do not dismiss signs like coins, feathers, or random objects showing up in your path. Nothing is random. Spirit is resourceful, and if a coin catches your eye or a feather lands at your feet, trust it. One of my grandfathers, he's a survivor of Auschwitz, a concentration camp, and often guides me to secondhand bookshops. I'll be walking down a street and suddenly I'll hear, go in there. I'll walk in, follow his nudge to a certain bookshelf, and there it is, a book about Auschwitz, a story connected to him. It's not a popular topic here in Scotland, and yet I always find it. That's him. I might be also browse online, and when I don't listen to him, I might bump into articles, videos on that particular subject. And it was him who chose that subject to let me know that he's around me. I also want to touch a little bit on grief and then the bridge of love. Because grief can feel like a heavy fog. It weighs down our energy. And when our energy is heavy, the connection to spirit becomes quieter. Not gone, but more subtle. Grief doesn't block spirit, your loved ones, from reaching out. It just makes it harder for us to feel them. But here's the beautiful truth. Love opens the door again. Even in grief, even through tears, if you can remember them with love, even just for a moment, the connection brightens. I know this isn't easy, but I want you to treat grief as something sacred, because it truly is the price of love. It shows deeply we have loved someone. And when you're overwhelmed by sorrow, our vibration becomes heavy. And because spirit, our loved ones on the other side, they move at a higher frequency, it is so difficult for us to tune into that connection. But if you choose even the smallest opening, such as a smile, a memory that you shared with your loved ones, a whisper of, I miss you, those they can become a doorway, because love opens the door again. Because love is the frequency of spirit. So if you're grieving, I would love for you to know you don't have to get over it. You don't have to be healed to connect. Just speak from the heart, say their name, light a candle, and they'll find you. My grandmother knew when it was her time to go. A few days before she crossed, we had a final phone conversation. I didn't know it would be our last one, but it was so rich with love and wisdom. She shared stories I'd never heard before. She even revealed something deeply personal about her ectopic pregnancy, my aunt. She gave me so much advice, so much care. She didn't want me to see her in her final moments. She wanted me to remember her as the elegant woman she had always been. It's the same grandmother that communicates with me through scent. She used to use that detergent to really protect her fur coats. But yes, I remember that she basically sent me to Italy, to San Giovanni Rotondo. I went there to thank Padre Pio for helping me save my mum. And while I was sitting outside the church, the bell started ringing. And in that exact moment, my father called. My grandmother had passed. And she had orchestrated it with divine timing. She made it sacred because she passed 2 or 3 days after we had our final conversation. And I want you also to know that your loved ones, they have a huge sense of humor. Spirit doesn't lose their personality when they cross. They're still them, still playful, still loving, still funny, if this is how they were here on Earth. Once, when my son was younger, I accidentally walked through my grandfather's energy. It felt like walking through jelly, dense and strange, like air turning thick. So I was so startled. I ran, and the funny thing is that he was just surprised because it happened in the middle of the night, and he was just ensuring that my son was okay, and he didn't expect me to go and see him. But later, my grandfather joked, "Don't switch the kitchen light on unless you want to see us." So there's the whole family gathering in my kitchen. They teased me for a very long time because when I started developing, I used to be so petrified because I would see my loved ones externally. And later on, I really set boundaries and I started seeing spirit in my third eye. This was so much within my comfort zone. So I want you to know that that's the thing. Spirit will show up in your room, in your car, in your garden, wherever you go, they go with you. You can just sense their presence. When I drink my mom's favorite coffee, yes, I sometimes buy that particular coffee that she used to love, she's next to me. When I sit in my garden, surrounded by the flowers I planted for different loved ones, they are right there, arguing sometimes over whose chair is whose, laughing, watching, and knowing. And then I want you to remember about dreams, because dreams are not just dreams, they are visits. When you hear your name and no one's there, when someone on the street says your name randomly, that's also spirit. Because they don't have a voice box, so they use others to deliver their messages, and it's never a coincidence. But coming back to the dreams, if you have a very vivid dream, if you wake up and you remember your loved ones on the other side telling you something, warning you about something, or just appearing maybe visually in your dream, know that this was real, that this was a visitation. And you can invite your loved ones to come and see you in a dream, because that's when our logical mind is at rest. That's we are very calm, restful, and spirit is able to communicate with us with so much ease. And I want to repeat again that you do not have to be a psychic medium to connect. You all have ability to communicate with spirit. And I did mention about it in my other talk, but communicating with spirit is like a muscle, and the more you use it, the stronger it becomes. And here's a couple of things that I would recommend to begin building your own sacred connection. Number one, ground your energy, feel your body, breathe deeply, be present, and let your feet anchor. You can even do some meditations. You can anchor yourself down to the crystalline grid of Mother Earth. And you can, of course, as well blend energetically with the source energy, with the energy of God, of your own understanding, because that connection with Mother Earth and with the source energy ensures you are feeling balanced. It is also important to cleanse your energy. You can do it through movement. You can move, shake, stretch, light a candle, or you can ask your spirit team to help you clear your space. Remember, it's also important to clear your energetic space, your energy, so you can invite your spirit team to assist you with that, or you can do it with the power of your thoughts. You can use the energy of Mother Earth, you can use the energy of the source to help you remove anything from all of your bodies, physical, emotional, spiritual, to really remove anything that's not yours, anything that you do not want to have within yourself. And know that they'll know how to really transmute it, how to alchemize it. It is also important to raise your frequency. You can visualize, as I've already mentioned, the source energy above your crown and let it pour into you. And when you blend with the light in your heart and expand, you raise your frequency. But having fun, laughing, also raises your frequency. It is not redundant. It is actually going to help you to hear, see your loved ones with so much more ease. So prioritize what brings you joy on day-to-day basis, and I can guarantee that you are going to be able to tap into the messages of your loved ones on the other side with so much more ease. And then it is also important to set an intention. You can say something like, I invite only those who walk in the white light of God. Let all messages be for my highest good. And if you're new to connecting with the spirit world, you can choose a gatekeeper. You can ask a spirit guide, angel, or even one of your loved ones in the spirit world to stay close to the door to spirit. This keeps your energy clear and your link strong, and you're going to feel so much more at peace. you're going to feel safer. And then lastly, I would love to encourage you to try the things that I've mentioned, but also come up with the things that work for you and create your own rituals. It might be, as I've mentioned, lighting a candle, playing a specific song, sitting with a cup of tea, because spirit honors your rituals and they will know when it is that you are opening yourself up to communicating with them. Because what happens, our loved ones communicate with us throughout the day, but we are frequently busy that we do not hear them, we miss on their signs. So if you really want to communicate with your loved ones and if you want to see them with so much more clarity, set a time aside, even if it is a couple of minutes every week. They will be like so happy and you will be receiving so many informations through that. And if you don't like meditations, you can also do automatic writing, you can also journal. And I'm going to leave you with some of the questions that might help you when communicating with your loved ones. I would encourage you to find a quiet place, whether at home or maybe in the garden. I love journaling in the garden. So you can write answers to the questions like, who do I sense around me in spirit? And what's most important is to not second guess yourself and to keep writing. Let all of the words flow. Secondly, what signs have I received that I may have ignored? What ritual could I create to invite their presence? What would I like to say to them today? And then this one is very important. They're all important, but the next one. What would they say to me? And then just write down, and I can guarantee that you're going to receive a message from your loved one in the spirit world. And just sit with them, write, and trust that whatever you need to hear, you are going to hear. In this case, in a written form. Okay, so let's connect. I'm going to take you through my favorite garden meditation to meet your loved one. Let's go on a journey together now. This meditation is going to allow you to connect with your loved one in spirit. Close your eyes, take a deep breath in, and let go. Feel your body resting, your heart opening, your spirit calm. Take another deep breath in and out. Now, imagine a beautiful path unfolding before you. It's lined with soft grass, wildflowers, and gentle sunlight. You follow the path as it leads you to a garden gate. You open the gate and step into your very own sacred garden. This place has always been here waiting for you. Take a look around. What do you see? Are there trees, roses, birds singing? You walk slowly through the garden, and ahead of you, you see a bench. And sitting on the bench is your loved one. They are here, not in a physical body, but fully present in spirit. They look at you with love. They smile. They've been waiting for you. You sit beside them. Perhaps they reach for your hand. Perhaps they offer you a gift, a symbol, or a message. Take a moment to receive it and know that it can come in different ways. You might feel their presence. You might feel a sensation in the air around you changing, experiencing a sudden warmth or coldness, or you might hear a message in your mind or externally, or you might see something visually. You might smell, taste, be opened. I'm going to be quiet for a while now. Feel what you feel. There's no right or wrong. And when you're ready, thank them. And know this place is always here for you, and you can always go back there. Begin to walk back slowly, gently. Feel your breath, feel your heart, and place your hand over your chest and whisper, I am never alone. Love never dies. I am always connected. Thank you for walking with me today. Your loved ones are proud of you. They are cheering for you. They are closer than you think. May your heart stay open. May your signs grow stronger and may your connection deepen always. I'm sending you lots of love.